In the last episode, we continued our 8-mile walk into the historic district of Lincoln Square. This area is located about 6 miles northwest of downtown Chicago and is one of the first places we run into one of the oldest raised rail networks in the world, dating back to the 1890s. We then continued our walk down Lincoln Avenue into the area of North Center, about 4 to 5 miles from downtown Chicago. And then we arrived in the Lakeview area where I had my second matcha latte of the day. At this point, we're about halfway through the walk into downtown Chicago. So join me in this episode as we complete this epic walk into downtown Chicago and pass through areas of a city that define American history and architecture. Alright guys, at this point we're about halfway, so I've walked at least 4 miles, probably closer to 5. I'm definitely starting to feel it in my feet. But you know what they say, no pain, no gain. It's worth it when you're in a new city. Because I've seen a lot. I mean, even the videos cannot explain how much I've seen. It only shows a little bit. The video doesn't show the whole story. But this is why I strive to take as much as I can. Almost half the time that I'm walking, I'm literally recording, so that way I can have material for everybody else who has not been down this street or to Chicago at all, for that matter, to see what this city is like. So definitely I'm going to make it my goal to have some Chicago style pizza. There's another place down the road that I'll check out. I still want to use as much of the daylight as possible. A pretty cool name, a unique name, the Brown Elephant. I love things that's almost something you would find in Austin, actually. Those type of names, those type of really creative, unique names that you generally don't hear every day. Interesting, I'm assuming that's an old house that just kind of stuck it out between two more modern structures. Alright, as we get close to the downtown, you can start to see the John Hancock Center sticking its antennas out. Alright guys, we're in Lincoln Park right now. Actually the previous area. I thought it was Lincoln Park. It was actually Lincoln Square. Of course, here's, as they say, land of Lincoln. So you see Lincoln on so many different things and different versions of it. Definitely tell we're getting closer to the inner part of the city. You're starting to see a lot more high rises, even though we're still a good, I would say 2-3 miles really from downtown, at least 2. But Chicago's, you know, big city, so. Definitely feels a lot more crowded here, guys. We're definitely getting close to the center of the city. What a big difference in the amount of people. Just half a mile back, it was pretty empty. But here, it's pretty bustling. Alright guys, we're almost to the pizza place that we're going to stop at. Emphasize how much this reminds me of Mexico City, especially when you see a lot of people out with all these restaurants in every corner. Vecino's Pizza, there she is.
With a full stomach, it was time to continue on to downtown, which was very close at this point. We finally arrived to the vicinity of Lake Michigan, where we start to see towers that are part of the massive downtown area. I finally arrived in Old Town, which was essentially the beginning of the downtown area. Here, I decided to take a quick pause and celebrate this long walk with a drink at a beautiful local bar. I then decided to have some fried rice as a quick snack as I finish off the last leg of my walk into downtown. After seeing so much beautiful and eclectic art, as well as pictures of some local historical figures, and walking through the many historical and cute areas, I finally arrived into the core of downtown Chicago. So join me for the next few episodes on this city as we go into detail on the many amazing things that there are to do and see here that will likely put a big smile on your face.